Are we just
'Cause we
live
haven't-
now?
Yeah, we're just going live now in a minute.
Oh.
Anyway, Jerry will do the intro.
Oh, I told YouTube we were live now about 15 minutes ago. Made a liar out of me. I thought we were on all this time. Wait, I've lost you. There you are.
Hello and welcome back. I really shouldn't call this the Jerry Minor podcast. I do believe, I think Horatio, I can hear your microphone.
My fan?
Yeah, like when you're not talking, I can hear it. Yeah, that sounds good.
I think
Anyway,
you should
I
call
don't
it
know
the Jerry
why-
Minor Hour.
Well,
yeah,
I could.
Jerry Minor Hour.
This is those are all graphics for a time that I wasn't, I wasn't thinking. I just put this stuff together, and I really should put graphics for all three of us. But welcome everyone back to the show. The voices that you hear are of my two guests. I guess I can say. And today, obviously, we're going to be talking about comedy. But I thought we would start off with this Horatio, and then I'll cut into all three of us. And this is something that you sent to me.
Okay, great.
It's something you sent to me a couple of days ago. So just check this out.
Oh yeah, sorry. I know you-
Roses too, I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
No.
I see trees of green, and roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
I love how he,
And the
how
crowd
he
goes
pins
crazy.
up his lip too.
Well, I think because he
pins up his lip.
had fake teeth in.
Yeah.
His,
Yeah, I think his lip got stuck underneath the teeth.
Oh, no.
What a wonderful world!
yeah.
Terrible.
Do we know what year this is?
It was probably yesterday.
Everything is from a week. It's a week ago. So I mean, I guess it could be, or yeah, it's from like a week ago. The post.
Okay, it could be any time, but still amazing. I
You know,
sent
when
it to
it's a
Jerry.
really bad impression on top of everything.
Well, the
whatever.
words aren't even close.
Was he winging it?
Right.
No,
He's
I
like
think
Well,
it's
he
like-
doesn't speak English.
He just doesn't speak English. So yeah.
Jerry, have you seen the one where Smokey Robinson blows the words to the national anthem? But everybody does that now. Everybody thinks they know him, and then they get up there.
He's like 90 too. Like
This was a while back.
he's been 90 forever. You know what I mean?
And his last album's called like Orgasm or something, like Erotigasm. It's some weird sexual thing.
Yeah, that
Well, you
sounds
gotta
like
keep
an
You gotta keep it sexed up.
70s.
You know? Let's see. You gotta change with the times. Gotta keep it sexed
Wait,
up.
but
man.
his group's called The Miracles. The Miracles. That's about divine intervention and God and all.
Yeah, but that's nobody's into that anymore, man. They're all into like S&M and everything. So I just called it eroticus.
I felt
Um,
bad for him, but that's always the highlight of the game when they trying to figure out what kind of travesty the national anthem's going to be today.
I got to do it the old-fashioned way to show you guys, but that's
there you
his
go.
last album.
Oh,
And
wait a
you can see
minute.
that
He's doing the Michael Jackson thing,
Yeah, he's been doing
getting his face stretched.
the surgery for a long
Oh,
time,
well,
for a
God bless
while.
him. Everyone in show business should do that.
Well, then we'll all look like Susan Lucci.
I mean, we're all going to be animated anyway. We're all going to be digitally enhanced anyway. Everybody on phone lies and sends pictures of themselves like with soft lens or some cream. I mean, no cream. There's no cream on the phone. Speaking of
He actually,
well,
he looks pretty good. Like,
he does.
He does
Well,
look good. He does.
He's a
Look
very
good.
handsome. People can still kind of like still figure it out, and he's never
Yeah.
got fat. So
I mean, that picture gasms.
that's the album, Gasms.
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 Let's go gasms.
And I don't. You gotta find next time. Well, we gotta find videos of him explaining all that. I think it's something like everything should be
84.
taken orgasmic. You know,
Well, I guess
like
so.
like everybody.
All
You
right.
go outside and you have a new car, and you're like, "Damn, I got to. That's a cargasm." You get some good weed, and you're like, that's some good weed-gasms.
He redid the song "Cruisin'." It's called "Cruisin' Gasm."
Cruising gas.
That sounds German. Makes it sound German. "Cruisin' Gasm."
Harry, I have to. Am I moving? Am I getting stuck?
You're frozen.
Yeah, you're freezing up a little
on your
bit.
Crows, but you froze
Oh,
right in your
shit.
crow's feet.
This
that's
is when
not
all
nice.
the old ladies. This is the time when all the old ladies start looking at their emails. So it kind of interrupts my.
Oh, they have.
Around this time, it always gets a little interrupted.
The old ladies went away a long time ago. Hoop now.
Yeah.
That's not. I'm nothing. I'm interested in. Those three. I know what those three are.
No, my internet. I'm saying my internet is shared by a lot of. You know, it's obviously.
Oh, I see. Yes.
There's a point where everybody's online.
Yes. Right.
Usually around 7 p.m. You know, it gets shaky. I'm trying to get. If you follow the saga of my internet, I'm trying to get a new service.
Does Matlock do a podcast?
Does the new Matlock?
Yeah, the Matlock. Uh-oh.
He probably does. I mean,
You got a giant?
We got construction going on.
There's a giant up there.
The fucking pile drive. No, there's a huge crane just like banging the road in front of my house, trying to dig up the asphalt.
Yeah. Where do you live?
you just got to live with it.
Let the people know
I'm in
exactly where you live.
I'm in New Rochelle, the home of Rob and Laura Petrie from the Dick Van Dyke Show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right.
They commuted to the city to write and then commuted back to New Rochelle. And we're like a 10-minute walk from the train. Right in downtown
Wait a minute,
New Rochelle.
Are you still housing those wrestlers? Those professional wrestlers? You said they were staying
Which
at your
wrestler?
house?
Yeah. Yeah, they're just doing some exercise and they're practicing their DDTs.
How much are they paying you to stay?
Every time I say the name of a wrestler, I get 25 cents.
From who, Vince?
I was so addicted to professional wrestling, I never missed it. Never missed a Saturday or a Sunday or whenever it was on.
Now, did you believe?
A young teen.
When did you stop believing?
Of course. No, I stopped believing. It was when Hulk Hogan came around and the jig was up, you know, they just said, all right, it's a game. But
yeah.
But right at that time, that's when the newsman got slapped into deafness for calling it fake.
Yeah, that was a pretty rough one. Busted his
I
eardrum.
liked it in the old days when there was the you had the scientific wrestlers and then you had the heels, but I didn't know they were called heels. They were the bad
Well,
guys.
I knew because my brother when I watched it, he was older. He kind of was like, this is some dumb shit, but we liked the performance of it, the storylines, the racism.
My brother told me
the loving the Iron
Yes.
Sheik, all that. Being it was just how the bullshit they do, like Fuji Dust, was just hilarious. Like what Fuji Dust? Dr. Fuji, I think his name was.
Mr.
So
Fuji.
I didn't know, and it was
Mr.
to me,
Fuji.
it was fun.
He's not a doctor.
He's not a real doctor.
He wasn't a doctor at all.
Doctor.
He's Mr. Fuji. He didn't have any kind of degree.
No, his name was Mr. Fuji. He didn't claim to be a doctor. He
No,
did.
he's
Dr.
man-
Detroit. No, he
He
was
was a man off
doctor.
the street.
Well, he had his doctorate in spying, or he had a doctorate.
Well, that's
violence.
that's not public though. People don't know about the secret spying. That's yeah. You don't. That's why we just.
You got to
he's
go
just
to class a long time to learn all the spy tricks.
He's just Mr. Fuji to you.
I think you could get a doctorate in wrestling. I think you can. If you get a master's in physical education, you could then specialize in wrestling. I'm not sure about pro wrestling, but you could write a dissertation on pro wrestling.
You should do that. Then you could be Dr. Delaney.
I can't think of a wrestler that had a doctor thing as his shtick. A doctor, there had to have been a Dr. Doom or something like that. There's
You know
Mr.
what
Fuji.
I love?
Mr. Fuji was an
Mr.
actor.
Fuji.
He would throw the hat in the James Bond movies. He had a hat with razor blades on it that was sharpened. His hat was sharpened like
Is that the same guy, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Who? What do you mean?
Yeah, he
Dr.
played
Fuji, the
Oddjob.
person, the actor, he played Oddjob in the James Bond movie.
Let's see. Let's see if
That's
that's
right.
real.
It's in like one of the fourth. It's in Taken from Behind. Bond, Taken from Behind.
Is that a
right?
wrestling book?
Yeah, it doesn't
That's
seem
the
like
James Bond movie.
doesn't seem like that's true.
No.
He
Was
was
the lady just being racist?
Wait, who played Oddjob? Maybe I am being number one racist by mixing him up with a different Asian
Oh no, I'm gonna look
wrestler
up
who
who
played
played
Oddjob.
Oddjob.
Well, let's see. Oh no, you're right. James Bond. He wore a black. Oh no.
Thank God.
He wore a black tuxedo akin to the James Bond series character Oddjob.
What?
Racist.
So his whole
It was a bogus.
his whole
it was
character-
a bogus Oddjob.
His whole character was a ripoff of Oddjob.
Oh, I fell in the trap.
Oddjob
You still believe?
I thought
was paid
people
by
told me
Harold
it was him.
Sakata, a different actor. And that was in '64, so Mr. Fuji would have been a little young to play Oddjob.
Yeah. Oddjob was
I
was
thought
there.
that was him.
Yeah, he was a healthy man. He wasn't.
But obviously it was a ripoff of the movie, his character, which is pretty typical in wrestling. You guys are bringing up something about wrestling, and it just reminded me of all these articles now that I'm seeing of Hulk Hogan being a piece of shit, apparently.
Well,
I don't know if you know
well,
that.
Speaking at the Trump rally doesn't make you a piece of shit, but I believe
No,
that-
this is
what's
despite
his name,
all
Barry
that.
or something.
there's
Terry,
a phone
do?
call.
Terry.
Terry. I always thought he was a piece of shit because of what he did to Richard Belzer, and I never liked him
Yeah.
as a wrestler. But after they abused Belz that way,
Belzer got a lot of money for
ever
that.
cared for him ever more.
That's why I was an Iron Sheik guy, total all the way, and Macho Man. Those
Randy
two were my
Savage
favorite.
was terrifying. Savage really was scary. He was frightening. He scared me.
And he had a good gimmick. He had a good the talking was good. I don't know what they call
Oh
it.
yeah, he had that down.
I'll tell you what,
make
brother.
up that kind of
brother.
talk by yourself, man. How could you do it? Where did you come up with that? Is it in a dream or something? Oh,
And he has
yeah.
a long time to like pause, to think of what he's gonna say next, and it's pretty perfect. Oh yeah.
They
I'll
all
tell
do
you
that.
what,
Hold on a
You're
second.
gonna get away
I'm
with being
thinking about
idiots
it.
and talking about long. You just be a complete idiot.
Well, that's the same thing for those. You know those thrashy type bands? They call it Cookie Monster singing, which are those guys
Yeah.
they're like
Yeah.
Tom Barry. They got to have the mic, and they're really eating the mic, and a lot of them are kind of whispering the way that Baldwin whispers
Uh-huh.
all the time. Those Baldwin A-list actors, that's all they do. The bad man acting.
Well, it was like K9us. The
K9.
band. The dog band. The band that was the
I missed that one.
Is there a dog?
I
band?
missed that one.
Yeah.
they talk about it on Stern a lot. It was a hardcore band with a dog that was the lead singer.
Is this a cartoon?
No.
Or did they really bring out a dog?
No, it was a real band. I don't think they do it anymore, but the band was called K9us, and they had a dog as the lead. It's a Doberman Pinscher as the lead singer, and he's. You never heard that on Stern?
Where's K9 too? No, come here, boy.
I'm not in the Stern verse. Raj is in the Stern orbit.
Um,
In
Let's
fact,
see if Raisin
hey,
can do it.
Raisin. Oh, Raisin. Oh.
they have a song called "Fear the Dog." Brindle Brickheads. God Eat God World. What? Oh, Dog Eat Dog.
All right.
Okay.
Hold on one second, man.
Bite the hand that
Fear
breeds.
the Beagle.
These are all. Don't fear. No, these are real
Dog bands?
These are real songs. Yeah.
Oh, they're songs.
Yeah. Let's see if I can get. Okay. Here we go. See what I can do there. Here. While Horatio's not there. Man, Horatio that's a lot of noise coming from his microphone from that fan.
Yeah.
What do you think?
People have been getting their dogs to bark on recordings for a long time. There's one on Pink Floyd Metal where the dog howls along.
You want to see a little bit of Horatio?
Yeah, I'd love to. I love to.
That's pretty funny.
Well,
I mean, it sounds pretty good. I mean, I like that better than a guy, because a guy screaming like that into a microphone makes me anxious. Like,
well,
I'm
you
just
know,
worried
it's
about
like
his throat.
his throat. Yeah, his voice is going to be gone.
It
And,
does.
You're like, what
That's
the
why they have to
fuck is
whisper.
this guy doing? And it's not that the
And,
music's
you know-
awful, which is kind of dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
You know, Robert Palmer made his voice like that. Supposedly, he wanted his voice to be more
By
scratchy
screaming?
and smoking.
Yeah,
and he died of cancer.
Robert Palmer from Simply Irresistible
got
fame.
a price to pay.
Yeah,
He had a
I
cool
guess
ass
the
voice.
story
He had
was
those videos where he get a bunch of models and line them up and do a video they're just standing there dancing around. That guy.
Yeah,
yeah,
that was iconic. That was huge.
Was it
yeah.
That
before or
video was
after he
insane.
intentionally shredded his voice?
That was after.
Before this is before he all of that.
Oh,
When he was in England, I think he decided he was gonna scratch up his voice.
Yeah,
So did Cobain. Cobain scratched his voice up to a point where he can get that gravelly. He screamed
because he
into that
screamed.
voice.
Uh huh.
And so now it doesn't. Now it's just he's got it all. Whatever happened, and it's kind of, So after that, he was able to sing in that crazy tone without hurting himself.
so is he born with it or is it Maybelline? You got to work for it if you want the husky voice.
It's Maybelline, dude. It's Maybelline all the
It's
way.
Maybelline. What
Yeah,
about
which
Harry
goes back to my
Belafonte?
thing. Like, we're in show business. It's all about the show. And if you want to look young, go ahead. Like,
That's
you want
the
people
biz.
to remember.
That's the biz part.
There you go.
If you want to talk about looking young, you got to dissolve back to Smokey Robinson.
I got rid of him. But at least Horatio's gone, but that noise is gone now.
Is he frozen again?
Yeah, he's frozen. Yeah.
Well, he's in Wi-Fi wars out there in Nevada.
Right.
Gee, Horatio's in
Oh,
Nevada. I wonder
looks
if
like I
he's
am, too.
registered to vote. I wonder if he's registered to vote there.
Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know.
Well, it's a battleground state, I think.
Come back.
Right?
It is. As far as we know right now.
Purple.
Yeah. There we go.
There he is, fan and all.
Look at my.
Oh my! I gotta get a better angle too.
Watch, that fan's loud. What do you get the AC off?
I'm in the garage.
Oh, it's because you're in the garage. Is it under 100?
It's let me see. Right now, it's 91.
Oh man. Yeah, it's
That's merciful.
Merciful, especially because it's been 107, 105, 101 for about 2 months.
It didn't
So
go
you're
under
getting-
115 when I was there during the day.
Yeah, you came in the hottest day ever recorded, right?
Yes.
Which didn't seem that high. It was 117.
You'd think they'd hit 123 before.
Yeah, but
It's those giants
This
again.
is great. This is people are body slamming themselves up there. Yeah. If you keep that's the image you want.
I sprayed this would happen.
It sounds like they're trying to mash up a body.
I'll come on when I got something to say.
Why don't you go somewhere else?
It's fine.
No, it's worse upstairs.
I like it. That sounds good.
Put a sheet over your head.
I like ambient sound when it's a gentle rain or maybe a cat meow. No, once he gets through this hunk of pipe, then everybody will come around and they'll pull it out. They're literally laying pipe out in front of my street. But maybe we'll get less floods. I had 3 fucking floods since I moved in here. My tapes got fucked up.
Your tapes got fucked up?
Yeah, my Art of Tron book is destroyed. A lot of stuff got ruined.
Not the SCTV tapes.
Yes, SCTV. Some of my originals. Some of my NBC off-the-air 90-minuters got messed up.
Oh man!
But they couldn't get them all. I have hundreds.
You gotta digitize that stuff anyway. It's just gonna crumble.
I digitized the main stuff, which was season 1, 2, 3, and 6. The stuff that's not on DVD is all on YouTube. I
Do
figured
you
all
have it on? Do you have it on your hard drive or something?
Yeah, yeah.
Good, good. Well, then you saved some.
The big stuff, yeah. But I still have 10 times, 100 times more of that that's on the collection. Most people
Unless,
taped and taped over. I taped and saved everything.
Yeah.
yeah, I have a box. I have a box about this big, full of
Yeah.
old tapes. And my prized possessions are the first time I worked as an extra, which was officially my first paid gig. I I got $50, and I bought Blues Brothers and Animal House with my first showbiz earnings. And so I'm very fond of, even though I don't watch cassettes or anything. But
Oh, the VHSs?
yes, they were $20. They were like $20 each at the time. Big money. That's $150 in today's time. Money.
When I first got like a job where I had a little extra spending money when I was living in Provincetown, working for the summer there, I looked up Second City, thought I could maybe buy SCTV off the market, and I saw there was something called the Second City Comedy Special for $75. And I bought it, I ordered it. It was just this one-off special. You can look it up on YouTube. It's there. I posted, I think, some of it on my channel.
Is it kind of just the best of?
It's that cast, basically. It's basically their show, but they got a guest host. They got John Candy hosting, and then guest host. One of them is the guest host. One of them is the host. They got Candy and Fred Willard to do it. It was like Audrey Neiman and Tino and Sana. Bunch of that gang.
That's probably why we're friends, because we have a connection right there. Tino and and kind of running parallel together, so we're fans of that. Jerry, do you like SCTV, or were you not really?
Yeah, no, I've talked to. I did the podcast with Mike about it.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Sure. Jerry's been on the SCTV podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, I was into it. It used to come on PBS where I live in Detroit. So
that's how I got turned on to it too, PBS.
Yeah,
in Detroit,
because we're close to Canada. You could get the broadcast there. Their public broadcasting station came to. I could get in Flint. So yeah, I was an early watcher, early adopter. It would come on right after Monty Python too, which is weird.
Yeah,
it's a perfect lead in.
In Chicago, they had like a whole English night that ended with Doctor Who, but it was Monty Python.
Benny Hill.
That's it.
No, Benny Hill was not out on PBS. He was too dirty or too.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
In Boston, we had Benny Hill. I think he might have been before Monty Python. Yeah. Benny Hill was just filthy, rapey, and child molestery.
Yeah, he was very. Yeah, he was all about.
It was
not
just
really
perv.
child molestery as much as
it was
just a peahound. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he slaps them on the ass and stuff, and he doesn't touch their boobs, but he does touch your butts, I think, a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. And by mistake a lot of times.
But
he liked it. It'd be like, oh, I bumped into you and I touched your bum. Oh. But it was nice.
Yeah, you ever hear old people say goose? I got goosed?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, is that just grabbing the ass, or is that literally like someone putting their finger in your butthole?
It's like pinching. Right?
Oh, I thought getting goosed was when something goes up your arse.
Well, it's...
Right, but I think when old people say it, it's not like getting goosed. It's not like a porno thing. It's just like someone grabbing your ass. But anyway, maybe it is. Like, you grab something.
But I don't think it's grab ass, although that's not what grab ass means.
Goose. To poke a person between the buttocks.
Yes, that's it. It's got to be
Prod
aimed properly to be a goose.
But it can also mean to prod or worse action. Now, if you look at the etymology,
It's probably from stuffing a goose.
that's what it comes from. Yeah, from sticking something up a goose. So it
that's
would be
there
like
has to be a cavity for there to be a goose.
So yeah, you would actually try to like put your thumb in there in the butt.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could what, stuff it with spices or something?
Or a thumb.
What the
Gotta
butt?
be. It's got
no,
to be.
I want that.
I think
No,
it's
but
not
goose,
that people just like to stick their fingers in geese.
No, they stuff it.
Right?
But you
Can't
put
be
your
that.
hand in there while you're stuffing it.
Right.
Yeah, you'd stuff it with figs and nuts and the usual stuff.
And you go in through the cavity in the back.
Yeah. We
Right?
cleared that.
So
It's like Roger's on the ISS.
Yeah.
actually keep it.
He's one of those trapped astronauts. He's complaining about having to be up there till February. Roger, we know you're only supposed to be on the podcast for 8 days. Turns out you're on till February. You weren't expecting it. You just keep going.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Out.
That's the scariest thing. That gives me anxiety too. The fact that they were supposed to be there for a week or something, and now it's 9 months later, and they're like, "Cross your fingers, bro." And then did you hear what the guy was like? There's some strange noise coming in.
Right.
There's just strange noise in whatever.
Yeah, that's Houston. We have a problem.
But it wasn't. It wasn't. It was just because they have all these different wireless audio things going through.
That's what they told them? It's just because of the wireless audio stuff going through? Uh-oh. He's slingshotting around the moon. We're going to lose contact with Horatio.
Yeah, we're losing a lot of contact with your Horatio.
We don't know if your heat shields can hold up.
It's like, I'm like those astronauts that are trapped up in space. I mean, now this sounds like you guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, you're good now.
We can now, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much for letting me back on.
Hey, whatever,
Is there a show called Showpod? Maybe Jerry Miner's Showpod. These are ideas.
What would that be? Got quite a delay
just a
going
Showpod where it's just a. Let me go back in the house.
Jerry,
see if this helps.
Oh no,
Jerry,
it's from me
cool.
now.
Jerry, did you design that logo or did AI do it? That JN is kind of cool the way it's kind of one line.
Yeah, it's one line that makes the M and the J. It's actually two lines that kind of put it together, but yeah.
Without the circle, you could have made that on an Etch-a-Sketch. It's that style. The one
right?
line.
Yeah. It's kind of a combination of me and AI.
Oh, cool.
I had the idea, and then, he's in there. What's going on, Horatio? What's he doing here? He's moving around.
I'm moving closer to. I'm going inside the house to see if that helps the reception.
He's doing an EVA.
Internet.
This is the extravehicular activity. He's moving into zero G now. He's got his Diet Pepsi. That's the carbonation of the Diet Pepsi gives him all the oxygen he needs to get into the living room.
Well, the
God damn it!
The picture's nice. That's so Vegas.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a live pictures now of
Terribles.
Planet Nevada.
Get a little
Terribles?
advertising for Terribles.
I thought Terribles was a rib joint when I got to Nevada. Because I thought, why would anyone name their place Terribles? And I thought, oh, it's a pun on ribs. It's a rib house.
Oh, Terribles.
Because it's Vegas.
That was my first thought. That was the first.
Because Vegas is weird.
Vegas is bizarre. It's like Orlando or something.
Yeah.
At least Henderson is. No, Henderson is Orlando. I guess.
Yeah. It is. Definitely.
Yes, it is. Back on Earth.
Pretty much, yeah. Everything's.
You look good too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm covering myself. I'm just seeing myself a little bit. All right, good. Let's get back to this. We're supposed to talk about current stuff, right?
Yeah.
No,
so
what tape did you send me? I didn't get a chance to see him.
I sent you. I sent you you sent me the blackface one, which we already watched, but the Bert Kreischer video, which we had talked about Bert Kreischer before, but there's this video that he made, him going in a Rite Aid in L.A. and there's a lot of talk about like how bad LA is. It's especially from like the right wing and from Fox News, like LA is horrible. It's like the Night of the Living Dead there. And so
yeah,
I'll just show this. He did this.
This is Los Angeles. Everything is gone. Look at this. This is our deodorants, I think. This place is going. I mean, this looks like it's been looted, and I guess thieves just come in and take whatever's expensive and just fucking walk out with it. This is crazy. This is unrecognizable. When I moved to Los Angeles, you come into Rite Aid and you spend the fucking afternoon looking around. This is so fucking sad.
Is he upset because they're closing? Is he upset that stores are closing?
No, it's all that he said that people just came in there and stole. He thinks that people came in there and looted the Rite Aid. And look, I mean, to be fair,
just gave up. Society gave up. And
society just gave
everything.
To be fair,
You're all
like
fired, just leave everything.
After COVID, a lot of like drugs, especially drugstores, took hell all over, and especially in cities. In LA, I've noticed in Chicago, New York, everywhere, right? And it took a little time for that to recover. But I think like drugstores were probably some of the only places that were open during COVID. So if you got any amount of homeless people in your city, they would be gathered around there. That's what I noticed, at least here and in LA. But there was a lot of talk about how bad it was in drugstores, and then there was also some shoplifting. But Rite Aid is going out of business, and he didn't know that, so he got a lot of shit online. People going like, "You're an idiot." That Rite Aid is the reason that I mean, why would you say if that stuff was stolen?
The fact that thieves took every single deodorant down to the last one, that's a time-intensive job.
I mean,
a lot of homeless people, a lot of stinky homeless people out there.
During COVID, you did see people doing that. They would just like go and take a row of things, I mean, like I think people kind of figured out what am I going to do with this lipstick.
It was it was like a disaster. It was a disaster. So
it was a natural disaster. Yeah.
Everyone should be left to get however they need to get water and food, and grocery stores should just open up and let everybody take stuff.
And
because then they ended up charging us like 30% more for shit after. It's like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
They could have set up some system where people would come by and get stuff, but that's not how we are in a capitalist society. You gotta grind it.
I worked at a Rite Aid when I was 20, and
that's what I heard.
I stole from them twice. I don't know if I stole anything after that, but I was really broke, and they underpaid me terribly, and so I stole cigarettes. I
And
kept
from
it to
Rite Aid?
only, yep, the one that I worked at. If I had no cigarettes, I would just take a pack.
I think
And
Rite Aid
Yeah.
was still selling cigarettes. I think they were the last drugstore to be like you can
this was
you can
80s.
buy
This was
things
late
drugs for
80s
cancer.
Florida.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I worked at a rent-a-car place,
it's the worst.
and we would fill our cars up with gas, like everybody that worked there.
Oh, just steal
Just
the
free
gas.
gas.
You just because you had to refill the cars, then wash them and get them ready to rent. So
Mm.
at a certain hour, we had kind of a guy who didn't really notice things. He just talked a lot, a manager. And I think when he was talking and people had him busy, distracted, everybody come and bring their cars in to get gas. So although you were working for $3.35 an hour or whatever the fuck it was at the time, because they're like, oh well, you make most of your money in tips, which were kind of lousy. The tips. It was more just like a fucking fun place to work because all this bullshit. It was just kids from the suburbs who were, still being crazy. Because I think I was at least 23 at the time or something like that. And these guys were mostly just out of high school or college. Very funny. Anyway, yeah, thievery. Jerry,
I don't do it.
Jerry, did you rob
limit-
Second City? Were you part of that? There was a heist at Second City, and it ended up being the janitor.
Well, no. You mean Tony? Tony got He got rich. He got
No, Tony's.
Tony got rich from
Did he?
a settlement.
Yeah, what happened?
What's this? Who got rich?
There was a guy who worked at
the
Second
beloved
City.
janitor from Second City, who'd been
And
there
he
forever.
got falsely accused of thievery?
No. No, we're mixing up stories. So, wait a minute. From the janitor, there was a janitor at Second City that got hit by a bus or something, or got in an accident with a bus,
Oh yeah.
and got a judgment from the city for a lot of money. So he was
I
just like,
see.
yeah, he was crazy rich when he was still working at Second City. And as far as getting robbed, I think there was a lot of people that robbed the box office many times.
Yeah.
Is that
yeah.
so?
Yeah.
Well, we robbed the liquor.
Yeah, you
Like
did. I didn't.
working class
Never did anything
boys.
like that. I was
No, you never
good.
did anything like that. Why
Yeah,
were you
we
good?
would go in
do you
there-
You told
think?
that story. I think you tell that story on my podcast. Yeah, you were involved in some caper involving some wine in the crew.
Yeah, they didn't lock.
One
the
guy
taps
was
up too well.
there was a janitor. A janitor did get fired for stealing. But not Tony. Tony ended up like living on a houseboat with two Latina women in their 30s.
I mean, that place got robbed a lot. I'm sure. It was like that scene in Sopranos when the really good-looking Greek waitress is robbing Vesuvio's.
Yeah.
Every night we rob you. We make love on pile of money. We steal from you. You stupid.
That guy was so
I
good.
think I always
That
remember
guy that played Silvio?
Angelica-
Not Silvio, the restaurant guy.
John Ventimiglia.
Yeah, he's so funny.
He was really good.
He's
What
just
was
so
that
great.
movie? I think it was
Artie.
the movie Grifters, where Angelica Houston says she's kind of fighting for her life, and she says, "Hey, if you're not stealing a little, you're stealing a lot, right?"
It's Grifters, yeah. When she gets beat with the balloons or with the oranges.
Oh, they're gonna hit her with the oranges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that bit. If you're not stealing a little, you're stealing a lot. Because I never stole really anything from the fucking Rite Aid. But, it's waiting for payday. I don't have any cigarettes. Yeah, I would fucking grab a pack. Didn't go much farther than that, except maybe stealing some condoms.
Every business expects the employees to steal from them. you kind of write that
Yeah,
into
no,
your
I knew other
thing.
Floridians that were very good at it, and they would charge these overrings and shit like that, and walk away with $60 a night or whatever it was. I had no intentions of getting into anything like that.
Oh, I had friends. I mean, it was just so common, especially in retail where I grew up. I mean, managers would have people come and rob the place. Um,
Oh,
Worked in a sneaker store. I had a friend that worked in a shoe store that would have his friends. He would just take the shoes and he'd have them returned for cash and split the cash with you. He'd be like, "Come in on Thursday at 3, and he'd bring these 3 boxes of shoes in." And
that's a good hustle.
yeah, he'd tell you how much money you can get. $50. He'd be like, "Man, I haven't cashed a check in months, man." Fuck that. Only place I really stole from, I worked at a hospital parking garage, and the parking, the whatever the arm, for the garage. First of all, they were fucking charging people in the hospital, which is awful.
Oh
To
yeah,
come and
they
park.
always,
People, it was visitors to come and,
Yeah.
and visit people. They're charging them by
it's
the hour.
the most expensive parking in the city is at the fucking hospital.
Ridiculous. And only because I was sitting there. And I was like, there'd be times when I go away and they'd be like, "Well, what am I going to do when people come in?" I'm like, "Oh, just leave the gate up and people are going free." I'm like, "So it just doesn't matter?" Like, of course not. We're just getting money. What do you think? So the arm would, sometimes it would mess up and
Yeah.
it wouldn't charge people. And so every night I would go in and it would be over. I'd be over like $20 because the arm didn't actually work and didn't actually charge. It was automatic and it would charge people. So the manager was like, "This fucking register is never off. You got that? Never. Tonight I'm taking 10, you take 10. Never off. Ever. Ever. Got it?" I'm like, "Okay, man." So you get what I'm saying? You take this money home.
I had a mini thievery thing where I was already older. Like when I was a kid, I stole stuff, and then I got caught, and it was so traumatizing that I didn't really steal ever again, except when I had places at work, like stealing gas or.
Right.
One time, we did a Second City show in, far west town, St. Charles or something, and we did our show in the church. The church had a theater. The church itself, I guess. And by our dressing rooms there was a phone, and I made a phone call or something, and I got like 3 quarters back, and so I kept hitting the thing, and quarters kept coming out. And so I just kept doing it until I had like $10 worth of quarters.
Of course you
And then
would.
I had to go do the show after robbing the church. So I come
You
back
got
and
your
I'm like,
fucking
fuck.
stuff with money like a Mighty Mouse
Yeah.
cartoon.
But all quarters. And then after I got off stage, I went back and cranked it a couple more times. So I probably got like $15 that night from robbing the church phone.
Raj, that reminds me of something, a hustle that me and my friend had. We were about 14 years old. And you remember those old newspaper machines? You just drop in the quarter, you pick it up. You don't steal the whole stack of papers. You take your one paper, right?
It's an honor system.
It was an honor system.
Just take one. Don't be a dirtbag.
That wasn't the hustle. Taking the papers was not the hustle. It was a simple hustle. It was like yours because they hadn't locked the back that week. And we just noticed that. We went in and just drained the quarters like you did, went home with pockets full of quarters. And for a week, we could go back there every day, get $10 worth of change, and then go spend it on the Astro Machine or Defender.
Here's a crazy difference in neighborhoods. Kids would take the papers out of the machines, go around and get enough papers out of the machines. And remember when people used to get newspaper delivered at their house? They would go around and deliver newspapers on a Friday and collect. They're like, I don't know. You're like, "Oh yeah, I'm a newspaper guy. I'm a new newspaper kid. Collect the money."
See my stack of papers?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, if you could, as an adult, you could probably stand by the machine, steal all the.
They just go to
steal all
the one
and then
quarter.
just sit next to the machine and say, "The machine's broke. You have to
Give
pay
me
me." That sounds crazy. You get arrested in 3 seconds. Pay me now. She's broken.
I got the newspapers.
You want to read Mike Royko? You want a
There was a
sports
group
page? You want to know what's on the television tonight? Give me a fucking dime, you son of a bitch. Yeah, it wasn't until the machine took quarters, so it was like 35 cents for a long time, but yeah, it was like 15 cents. I remember.
So many small time hustles. You know, in my neighborhood, if you had no money and you wanted a candy bar, you could go down to Newton Center and meter pick, because the meters took dimes and nickels and quarter, and people would just jam them in there. They
Jamming
get
in there.
stuck.
Yeah.
By the time you walked around the parking lot, you could come up with 65 cents worth of, if you're lucky, you had enough for a soda and a candy bar.
Did you have tweezers so you could pull them out if they were a little deep?
You could just find a piece of metal on the ground and just jimmy them out. You didn't have to bring tweezers with you. Because, as a 9-year-old, you don't want to be walking around with tweezers.
No, you don't.
Yeah, when I was 9, we were out roaming around by ourselves, taking the T to Boston or whatever we wanted to do.
I think if we
10.
This would take like 10 shows to talk about just my minor criminal life, and you, I'm sure, have a bunch of stories. But then Jerry doesn't have any because he was a good guy the whole time.
Yeah,
I was too afraid of getting caught, man. Jehovah's Witness kid. I didn't get. I never stole. Not until I got older. Yeah, and then when I got grown, man, I stole from every job that I've ever been in.
Yeah, once you had freedom from your house, right? From your household, your parents, or your mom.
Wait, was it fear of the law and society or fear of parents?
Oh yeah. Still getting caught. So I never stole anything from a store like other kids would steal candy and shit like that. Never did anything like that.
Yeah, I got caught shoplifting. I got caught stealing baseball cards, and one time my brother taught me how to shoplift, and I got caught stealing a joy buzzer. And
I stole a joy buzzer.
That ended my shoplifting career. The joy buzzer disaster. I felt like shit after that. Except the baseball cards. That was Nicky Katzimpoulos. He put me up to it. We went into the Woolworths. We pulled a successful stealing of baseball cards. And when we went home. But then Nicky put me in disguise and sent me back in. He put me in sunglasses and an apple hat and sent me back in for a second thievery. Just like Crime and Punishment. We always return to the scene of the crime. I went back for a double dip. And I had the old loot on me. But I hustled them. I said, no, this old loot I got somewhere else. I had those. I only stole these. That's what ended my shoplifting career forever. I was maybe 10 or 11.
You see, Mike, I used to do this. I used to put lower prices. I'd take prices off other things and put them on, the new the product I wanted my mom to buy.
The new version of that is taking the regular sticker off the regular apple and putting it on the organic apple. That's the 21st century version of that.
Also, you do that now. What a creep.
Don't you ever
pay
throw
the
in
rules,
an organic
man?
Have you ever thrown in an organic with the regulars?
Well, I don't take the sticker off it. I just hope that she could scan it and it's not stealing, But if she doesn't,
I think it happened after Stop and Shop sold me this rancid meat, and I didn't return it. It was just whatever, and I was like, well, fuck you. I'll just get it back in this form, this organic apple.
Okay.
So I guess I lied about never.
Thank you, Mr. Delaney. Thank you.
I stole like 17 cents from the Stop and Shop when I put the sticker on.
Yeah, I like you have a running tally, and you're like, well, you owe me this. So
I'm backpedaling on what I said about my life of crime.
So someone left the cart full of food by my car and they took off. They forgot it. So I looked around I looked around. I couldn't find anybody that was going to their car. So I ended up taking the food, and I was going to return it. But I'm so lazy that I was like, I got to walk back because it was like 115 degrees. So I ended up taking the groceries because I was like, he'll go back, and they'll have it on file that he bought it. He'll have the receipt. And he'll get all his stuff back. So it's kind of like against the man. But I felt really guilty about it. I was like, oh my God, I stole $20 worth of groceries because I didn't want to walk back and just hand it to him. Yeah. And they bought some pretty tasty stuff. There was like a couple good healthy snacks. Yeah, it was a nice haul.
Now I will say this: at one time, I had some really shitty some weed in Michigan, and I was flying back, had it in my car, so I didn't want to get back on the plane with it. So I'm like, you know what? A lot of these guys working, the car rental places. I'm gonna return this car. I'll just leave it in the car here. Somebody here like to clean the car. They'll appreciate. It's like a little gift for them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I've done that as well. Yeah.
So left in there.
I remember
getting ready to board my plane. I get a phone call. Sir, did you leave something in the car? Oh, bitchy ass Karen and shit. Bitch. I was like singing a song. I'm like, man, I'm such a good dude. Fucking nice dude, man. I'm a nice
Ratchet
dude.
bitch.
I know.
I love that.
I'm a nice dude. I gave a dude because I could just imagine the dude that got it. He was just like, oh fuck, oh dude, fuck, look at this, man. Fucking,
Yeah,
this is
because
awesome.
I did that at the rent-a-car place. I was one of the guys. We all had to wash cars. So
You cleaning,
if someone
right?
left something,
You're like,
I was like,
this
oh,
dude
nice.
did this. This dude did this for me because I left it in there like packed, like really nice, like, you know what? Just take it.
Yeah.
And then
Sir.
sir, did you leave something? And of course, I'm like, no, I didn't leave shit. Leave me alone. Fuck, I'm getting on my fucking plane. Stupid.
So
bitch.
some born again dude must have found it and been like, take it right up to the front desk.
Now,
You know,
this
like-
is what I imagine happened. So it's like, Tyrone, what is that? It's not mine, fucking Becky. It's not mine. I fucking found it. Fuck you. Now you gotta get. You know what? I'm gonna fucking call him then. I'll fucking call him.
Go ahead, call him. Go ahead.
Fucking call him. He's gonna say no. It's not mine, fucking bitch. God damn, I hate this fucking bitch, man. I fucking just kind of cleaned the car. She works up at the counter, and she's got shit to say to me.
You're driving cars, Tyrone.
You
You're
can't be
driving.
smoking weed.
Yeah, we can't just,
That's why I brought it to you, Becky.
Do
That's why I fucking
18
brought it to you right
highballs.
away. So no bullshit from you. The last time I found weed.
I see you in Delante. You're not taking any cars. You're not cleaning them. You're not putting, you're just hiding behind a big pillar. Hello? Listen,
When
I
we were in
can't hire
Aspen-
anybody, so I'm going to keep you guys here, but no more.
Fucking Becky, man.
I'm watching now. We have cameras here, and I'm paying attention now. So now you can't do what you were doing.
Craig's gonna pick me up, and we're going to Outback Steakhouse. You guys better
He's
fucking
taking me to
clean
Outback Steakhouse. That's right.
the one right by
It's
the
a
airport,
manager
too.
thing. We're going to talk about this place. We're going to talk about this. It's a manager meeting / dinner. And I'm not going to get high. I might have a few. I don't know. What do they drink in Australia?
I drink. I do drink.
I understand a little bit, but come on.
I get fucked up. I get fucked up on the weekend.
Listen,
I'm an alcoholic.
I'm a functioning alcoholic. Okay? I don't know what you guys are so fucking high. You can't smell my breath. It's just it smells like a gasoline leak.
The weed has blunted your senses so you can't smell anything anymore.
But that's me, and this is you. Okay, it's different. God drank wine. God drank liquor. You didn't smoke doobies.
I don't care if it's legal. It's not legal here at fucking Prime Auto Rentals.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah, it's just. Didn't you sign a contract where it says you can't smoke fucking weed and drive cars at the rent-a-car place? Like an agreement? Knock it off, bozos. Black bozos. Fuck you. What? Thank you.
Did we sign that agreement? Raj,
I heard
we just
that.
rented a car. We signed that agreement. You're like, yeah, we're not smoking in the rental car. And then 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
5 minutes later.
5
we're smoking
minutes
in the rental
later. Yes. But I'm still like Delaney wants to go full like just take the pipe out and smoke and puff it up and puff up the car. And I'm like, no, Delaney, let's not do that. Let's smoke joints and hold them by the window, and then. But he's holding one by the window. I'm holding one by the window. So there's no cross current. You're gonna get smell in the car. So I would get mad at it. I'm like, Delaney, please hold it outside the window, because I'm gonna get busted.
Nope.
And they're gonna because they say they're gonna make you pay $500 to clean it up or something like that.
But you
They
said you
say
had
that.
a panacea.
They might.
No, Raj has a panacea. Tell
I have
everybody.
a panacea. I have what the kids call a hack.
Yeah, the hack.
Oh.
Buy McDonald's before you return it. Buy yourself a nice breakfast. No, actually, it works if you use fries. Fries are the smell of fries is so intoxicating that you're like, I don't know, I don't smell any other thing. You just imagine yourself at McDonald's, like, pigging out like by yourself, where no one's yelling at you, no one's telling you about your health, and that's why people like these kids that were smoking your weed. They're smelling McDonald's. If they're crazy, they can have the fries I left. But they're certainly not going to smell weed to the next person. Sorry.
It's a good. That's a good hack.
Jerry, Raj probably set off one of those chains of reaction of leaving the booze in the car. When we were in Aspen, we all went to Aspen Comedy Festival. You were in it. I think I was doing something in it. And Raj came, I think, just for the fun, to visit you. Oh, somebody got a call. Raj, they're going to call out your phone number.
No, it's
You
get a lot of.
You get robocallers.
We got a lot of robocallers.
How evil Kamala is.
Don't worry.
I knew you were going to say the phone number.
We don't have any viewers. Don't worry about it.
Oh, good.
Oh, good.
Yeah. You know what? Chad, I gave a link to Chad. Chad was watching.
Oh, good.
Oh, Chad was watching?
Oh, yeah?
Hi, Chad.
Chatty Chew. Hey, Chad.
He left.
He's gone.
He left. He got sad.
So, instead of me flying from Aspen to Denver and home, Rod says, let's drive. Come on, we'll drive together. I got my car. I'll drive you to Denver. You get your flight there. I'm like, okay. He's fucking loading the car with booze, beer and booze. I'm like, what do we need all this for? We just go to Denver. And he's like, because he wanted to leave it for the crew, I guess. I guess he just had it. And it was a huge amount. What was it, like a 12-pack and maybe some liquor, a bottle of liquor?
Yeah, may have been some big bottles of mixers. I'm sure it was like like a half a case.
Wasn't
Probably
I?
some of the strangers.
Was I there? Wasn't I there too? Was I there?
Yeah.
You were there. Yeah.
Yeah, we went and bought. Well,
that was to show your ass in that show with the girls.
That's right. Well, we went.
Yeah.
We went and bought. I remember us going and buying a bunch of beer and liquor that we had ourselves. And we didn't need it at the end, right? You just
right, because every show had a little party afterwards. It's Second City and all that. Mm-hmm. So
every night
tradition carried on.
Every night. Yeah,
tradition carried on, and so I wanted to prepare. So I think I went to a liquor store there in Aspen, and or maybe even Denver, and loaded up for the party.
Maybe I'll go to Aspen or Colorado, perhaps.
Well, I mean, I don't remember where we picked it up. I'm sure we picked it up in Aspen, the booze.
Yeah,
but it was like preparing for a party. Like when I would stay in LA, I would bring a blender. I would actually leave a blender at Joe's so we could make margaritas in the hotel.
Mm.
And then
good idea.
And then there's a place next door to the chateau that has delivery. So we just deliver booze up there and then I'd get some ice, and then we'd make margaritas. Yeah. And so every time came back to, because I was in New York working, Avi. So every time I came back, I'd be like, Joe, get the blender, and then, dude, and it was great because margaritas are very popular. Fresh margaritas, fresh margaritas, and the fresh margaritas.
Yeah, blended drinks make people feel happy.
Yeah, it's all about just dealing with depression.
The sound of the blender, even the sound of that ice. That's like the sound of the blender. That's it. Hey, Raj, make me a margarita.
Here I go.
Yeah, put in some banana and some garlic. There you go. Little cayenne pepper. Uh-oh, we lost Jerry. He's the host. Is it just
I
us?
think Jerry probably had to go take a leak.
Mm.
How you doing, Delaney? No one's watching anyway, so I see the
I'm
red
doing
square above your
okay.
head. It says 0.
I'm writing a lot. Oh, is that how many people are watching? That's what the eye
Yeah, you
in the
see it?
sky is? That's
Mm-hmm.
the eye of Horus. The eye of Horus, the eye of understanding, of peace, of coming together.
Thank you. Tell my fortune.
No. So you said they will return?
Why don't we take a little
How are
break
you?
then? Let's take a
Roger,
2-minute
how are
break.
you? Okay.
My plumbing's messed up, so I got a plumber coming
Oh,
in
no.
the afternoon to see if he can figure out where this leak is. We might have to dig up the yard.
What's leaking where?
We don't know exactly. That's the issue.
How
But
do
we
you know
know that there's a leak because we've turned on, because we're paying twice the amount for a water bill. And my brother came over this weekend, and he looked at the meter, and it was moving. It's a digital meter that just keeps going.
Oh.
So it's like that should be off when you're in your house. You turn everything off. So dealing with that.
So you got to suss out the leak.
Yeah, it's funny. The guy's like 70 years old. He's like got no teeth.
Well, you should know his business.
Well, we got to figure it out. Before I can't give you any numbers because gotta figure it out. It's very funny. I'll be right back, Delaney.
Mm-hmm. What's going on with you, Jerry?
What did I miss? Not much. I just had to take a little potty break. Nothing. Busy with the kids. Kid. I always say kids because there seems to be a billion kids around here. Other than that, good. There's a way I could. Yeah. It's more fun listening to them. I know there's a way I can mute him though.
Him who?
Mute Raj so that we don't hear his conversation.
Oh, is he talking to us?
He was talking to his mom.
Oh. Oh, well, that's good to be able to learn anyway. How to do an external mute.
Well, I can mute you both. That I know I could do. But I don't know how to mute. Oh, no. Okay.
Solo mute.
Guess one. No, it looks like I can mute. Okay, that muted you.
Like,
oh, okay.
So he's guy.
He is muted.
Turn
he's
off
not
your
on.
Microphone.
He's not on. He's muted because he's not on the screen.
Who was famous for that? For saying turn off his microphone? Was it something?
Turn off his
Morton
microphone.
Downey Jr. Turn it off.
I feel like that was.
Take his microphone away. Turn off his mic.
I feel like that was.
I want to say Morton Downey Jr.
The same. Was it Morton Downey Jr.? I feel like it was, maybe.
Or was it Bill O'Reilly?
Bill O'Reilly. That's what I feel like it was Bill O'Reilly. Turn it off. Turn off his microphone.
Right, he'd have a guest and he'd censor them, or like just give him the hook. I don't know if the hook is Yeah, I guess the hook is censorship.
Who said that? Who said?
I'm back.
Raj.
I'm back. Let me see.
Oh, let
Who's
me get you
famous
back.
for saying, who turned off his microphone?
Yeah, I'm in the middle now. That's the way it should be.
Always.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it was O'Reilly. I know O'Reilly did the somebody got the feed of him when he was off camera going, "We'll just go live. We'll fucking do it
Fuck it.
live. Fuck it, we'll do it live." Now that was a little bit like, to me, he was mad, but that was more intense of like, we gotta go on, we're getting ready to go on fucking air right now. And I don't have what I need to go on. Fuck it, we'll do it. You know, like, he was mad,
Yes,
but
it's
it
a-
wasn't. But it
I
wasn't
feel like
as
that
mad,
one
like,
could have been anybody, but he's mad as hell, and he's taking it out on the people around him a little bit.
Well, he didn't.
But-
Well,
He didn't say you're an idiot, or he didn't say anything like that. He was just like, "Fuck it, we'll just go."
Yeah.
You know, which I could.
And then
see
he
why.
does it, and it goes perfect, and then you're like, oh, so he was, he was scared, and so that scared turned into meanness or raising his voice, but then he gets
Lashing
it.
out.
So
yeah,
it's part of the
Yeah.
process.
right.
I was watching.
Yeah,
Fuck,
if
I
you're a
forget the
dick.
actor, but every time before you walk on stage, let's say you're doing a movie. Every time you walk out of the church, scared. It's an unfamiliar thing yet. You don't know if it's going to be cool or whatever. You don't know what's going to happen, so you're scared. You have a natural fear. What makes you, we're actors. We know that this is going to happen. It's whatever insecurity and doubt comes up a little bit, and then you get there and you figure it out. You're like, oh, okay, all right. So after a take or two, you're going to be as good as you're going to be. I think. Does that make sense?
No, I got
Tuned out.
finally figured out myself of why I would always fight with a security guard or somebody when I was going for an audition.
Mm-hmm.
Always get in a fight with them.
Why?
Because they're assholes. No, I'm just kidding. Because all security guards are assholes.
Because you're anxious. You're
Tell
anxious.
me what to do. Yeah, I'm anxious. It's fight or flight. Like, either I want to run away or fight somebody. And I got to go. I got to go to the audition. I'm not going to fight the person that, is talking to me at the audition. Although I've done that before, too. So I think, like, just somehow subconsciously I knew, like, can't fight the fucking casting director. Can't fight the person that you're reading with, the director. Even though you might want to, but you better get it together. So go ahead and fight this fucking guy at the gate who is, doesn't give a shit.
It's not going to
anyway.
get you in trouble. You're not going to get in trouble for yelling at the security guard.
No. And I don't yell at him, but it's more
Now
like,
maybe
damn
it's
it.
like you can't hurt anyone's feelings when you come to our workplace.
Yeah, well.
But in the day it was just like, yeah, whatever. Fucking Fred, he's been here 50 times. 50 years. Doesn't like black people. Let me just say it. Doesn't like black people. He's old. It's a generational thing. Go ahead, yell at him. Hit him if you want. Push him.
Oh yeah, you can push him
He is
around.
black. That's why we hired him, so that you can fucking abuse him if you want. That's why he's here.
He hates black people like that, the Samuel Jackson thing in Django Unchained.
His name is literally Uncle Tom. We call him Uncle Tom. That's his name. That's what we call him.
I get in fights with medicos all the time.
What's medicos?
Oh,
You mean like medical people?
Yes.
That's
you get in
easy-
fights
that's
with
easy
everybody.
to happen too.
I can't have Delaney order at a restaurant. I can't have him driving because he freaks out and starts calling people fucking dickheads. Speeds up to try to, I don't know what he wants to do. And no matter, he has resting bitch voice. Like every time we go to a restaurant, he gets mad that they didn't do something right.
Because
And
I'm
then
on
they
a
get
very
mad at us.
special
And
diet.
I'm like,
and they
I'm
fuck
sorry.
It up. No, I make it
I'm
up
sorry.
in the end. If I have-
He's just came off a dialysis machine. You got to give him a break.
No,
Yeah, I
always
usually
make
say
it up.
he's got bad kidneys. He's just not feeling right. It's not even kidneys.
I'm from a family of really scrappy Irishmen who just say whatever's on their mind. If something pisses you off, you say it right away and you fight it. You get a big scrap about it. And then you say, give me the remote. Let's get back to the movie. And then it's like it never happened. That's why I like the Spanish people so much. I mean, this is a generalization and it's like, kind of
It's
a
probably
positive
true.
stereotype. The Spanish people are so laid back and they let shit roll off their back. They don't make such a fucking big deal out of it and get uptight about shit all the time. I find.
Some people.
And that's
Yeah,
my
I don't know if
stereotype.
that's funny that you would think that they
I
don't
think
fight.
that compared to the Irish Catholics that I grew up with,
Oh, okay.
they don't have
Yeah,
that
maybe.
Irish Catholic uptightness.
Because a lot of Latino households are very strict. Like there's a lot of videos always come out of people getting slapped by their mom. They beat
Yeah.
you. Yeah, they beat you. I
Maybe
don't know if
that's
they
an
still beat
illusion.
their
Just
kids.
because in warmer climates it's a little slower. Everything's a little
natives.
slower in the South.
The conquered
Everything.
natives.
Dude, moving from Massachusetts to Florida was fucking traumatic. That was like, if everybody's got their trauma, that was mine.
Where in Florida?
Delray Beach, next door to Boca, between Boca and Boynton Beach.
I could say
Palm
where. It
Beach
doesn't
County.
matter. I mean, from the East Coast, Boston to where were you outside of Boston? Like
Newton.
what? Like
Yeah, Newton.
Oh, Newton. Okay, yeah, definitely. I know Newton. Yeah, that's a big culture shock.
Total.
Newton's a piece of shit.
School was unrecognizable. No, we had great schools in Newton, and the shit
No,
schools
Florida,
I went
though.
into in Florida were fucking unrecognizable from what I was used to.
Yeah.
They were really, that's just it. Florida schools. They just didn't invest a lot in the schools. It was just kind of I don't know.
You were in a town that had the most prestigious universities and some of the most prestigious universities in the world that you could just walk by to a swamp.
Didn't just walk by. I played in the laboratories of MIT because my best friend's dad was an MIT professor and he got me in the MIT day camp too.
Right.
But the MIT day camp was the most fucked up camp I ever went to because of the psychological bullying and physical bullying. The kids of the scientists were the fucking meanest. There was always a mean kid at camp, but it wasn't a problem. If anyone was the mean kid, it was probably me. And I mean, I got pushed around. Everybody got pushed around a little bit. But that MIT camp, man, that was fucking, I don't know. Seemed like there's a lot of psychological torture going on.
What the fuck?
Hey, fucking build my robot. You're gonna build my fucking robot today. Come in tomorrow. I want to see my robot built. You're gonna do my trigonometry, you little fuck. You see me?
It was an Asian boy. He didn't speak much English, and I remember the kid, the main bully. We were doing indoor sports. We were in the gym, and the main bully just so casually reached over, pulled his sock open, spit in it, and let it go. And the kid just stood there like nothing was happening.
Wait, so the kid was the bully? The Asian kid?
The bully went up to the Asian kid, just stretched his sock out, and spit in it.
Oh, yeah.
I had just never seen that particular move.
Kids.
But the kid was fucking blank, didn't react at all.
Oh, no, he's like, this happens. Don't worry about it. It'll pass. It's better not to even worry about it.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe at home it was something else. Who knows? It seemed like whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of pitfalls you can fall into.
Spit in my sock. I'll spit back in your sock. That's what I do.
I told my mom's boyfriend Donnie. My mom had a really cool boyfriend Donnie, and I told Donnie about it. He said, "Oh, you need one of these," and he gave me a piece of rawhide. He tied rawhide around my neck, so I had.
Is that so you look tough?
I guess. And the next day, so I show up at camp. The bully grabbed the rawhide and fucking twisted it.
You need something easier to make it easier for him to choke you with.
How old
Yeah.
were you?
It was before I moved, so I had to have been under 12. Because we moved. That's my big marker of how old I was. It's pre-12, pre-move, and after move. But you know what? I fucking held my ground and did not take the rawhide off. I left it on for the whole summer.
Good.
I
Good.
didn't back down and take it off. Because it was like one of those fucking French lip bracelets. You can't get those fucking things off. You got to cut them off. You can't just put them on and off. It was tight. It was a choker. So once you tie it, it's tied.
Like Pat
Oh, I don't know.
Benatar choker?
Not like fucking Pat Benatar.
Like a little,
I'd say
like a
more
little
like
sexy boy?
Bangles. No, more like the girl from the Bangles.
Jerry, I
More
hope
like
you don't mind.
Gaga
I always
thing.
send you black centric videos, but also because you get them, you get why they're funny. So I like to send them to you. Don't get offended that I'm always like, why is he always saying videos of black people being funny?
That fucking guy trying to do Satchmo, and on top of it,
Yeah, I don't know if you know, but
that
I don't know if you know it, but that guy wasn't black. And
No, I could tell. Trust
I know,
me.
but racist humor. It's funny because it's so horrible, and like they don't know what the fuck, that they don't have a clue that would be so offensive. You know, that's the humor of it.
and also to applaud,
And then-
like
yeah.
yes, it's like no, he's really bad. Like he's not good at the impression. The song is not even close. The words aren't even close.
Right, the words are gone. The words are out the
And
window.
it's offensive.
I'm like,
And he's
oh,
got it, like I
excellent.
said earlier, he's got his lip like this. What a wonderful world.
And why? Why in Czechoslovakia? Like, oh, you don't know, man. Louis Armstrong. We've been listening
Yeah.
to him for 50 years.
I
Like,
guess
why?
so. That's what was my thing. Is like, wow, they really must know all this American bullshit in Czechoslovakia.
No, not really. It is this typical Negro, right?
No.
No,
Typical
Not that-
black. He is
First off, he's not a
He's-
Negro. He's obviously a white guy.
He's entertaining black.
no,
man.
he wrote this song. He wrote it himself.
That is Will Smith.
Oh, shit. Okay. Never mind.
Will Smith, yay!
Please. All right, let's finish the commercial. Please watch. Czech's Most Wanted.
I want to
Check.
see 50 Cent again.
Getting famous.
50 Cent.
50 Cent and Louis Armstrong related? Because they're both black as a blueberry.
Is this wrong? Is this wrong thing to say? I am.
The other one that's really well done that I sent you is the guy who goes, you know, what's the bit? He goes like, I can tell when you're not. I can make you not be gay anymore, right? Something like that.
Oh, what was that?
He could deprogram you from being gay.
It's just such a dumb little bit, but he's just like, he's like, I'm not gay. He goes, I know because I just fixed it. You know, like something like that. Like, I'm not gay. I'm not gay. He's like, well, yeah, because, yeah, oh, fuck. No, she could find
I
it.
got that from fucking Tamara
for it now.
Wilcox from the National Improv Theater because she's a Scientologist and she had me go like get my. I agreed to go get my personality test at the Celebrity Center. And finally, I told her, "Look, Tamara, I'm not a Scientologist. I don't want to be one. I'm not going to be a Scientologist."
I was
She's
too
like-
scared to
she's like,
even
"Oh,
talk to
really?"
them.
Because they have this attitude that if you've ever been exposed to Scientology, you are one. You just don't know it, you know. And since I'm sure she squeezed some of her Scientological attitudes into her classes, so in her mind, I already was one. And she had this kind of smug take on that when I said I'm not going to be one. She's like, "Oh, really?"
Well,
I wouldn't say. I don't want to say that
part of
kind
the
of
cult
stuff
thing
in
of like
public.
you've learned you've learned these truths that other people don't get, and once you get it, it's just automatic that it's the best thing in the world, and you'll never forget it, and and you're a better person by it, you know, and you know it, you just don't want to admit it, you know. That's the kind of the attitude toward it.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Rick
Ridiculous.
Steves. I'm Rick
That
Steves. We're visiting the Scientology Center in Los Angeles, California. And then Rick Steves comes out a Scientologist.
Whenever he has to bring up, like, you know, these roads this pavement has been here for 4 centuries, and it was used to cart the slaves to the docks so they can be sent away. But keep hiking, because in 4 miles you'll get the quaintest lunch you've ever had. And I love that guy. One time he was it's another bit that I'm not showing. Next time I'll get my videos together. But he goes to Oklahoma, and he goes to like a sauce, a salsa, what do you call it, hot sauce competition. And he goes there they have a hot sauce competition where hundreds of people compete to see who could, and they give him some, and he's like, ah, 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 it's like, this is too hot. I shouldn't have done. Yes, but they keep it in there, and it's obvious that the guy just like, oh, you're gonna be on TV. Here you go. You're not gonna give the guy a decent hot sauce, and he can be like, oh, that's not so bad. The guy was just like, let's just cut to the chase. This is what we're dealing with here.
Going to a dealer.
Gives him the super hot sauce.
It's like going to a dealer and saying, "Hey, man, I heard your stuff's not that strong.
Yeah.
Give me what you got."
And he was pissed. And he's pissed. He's like 10 feet away from the camera, like hunched over, like ah.
Why would they leave that in? That's so Spinal Tap to leave it in.
Exactly. The crew is like, you gotta keep that in. It's like the best thing in the show right now.
Listen, right, Steve? Listen, it's good TV. We want to leave it.
Yeah, I know you look foolish. I know that that they pulled a prank on you and it was mean. But it's the best thing in the show right now. And we need it. We don't have anything else to cut to, honestly. We covered the inn where everyone takes their shoes off and piles them up against the wall.
I had to put one of those.
We can't insert more shoe shit in here.
I had to be fucking Rick Steves for 10 days in Switzerland and do just one of those. But it was for the Swiss. It was this gig I had for the money came from the Swiss board of what do they call that? Chamber of Commerce.
Tourism?
Or some shit. Yes.
Was it like tourism. To increase tourism kind of thing?
Yeah. We were just supposed to make some videos, funny, interesting videos. So I had to go around and do all this shit. I did a kite thing, and I went up to the top of many mountains. That's mostly what we did, was go to the top of mountains. A lot of funiculars and a lot of those, what are those things like they have at Disney World? Cable cars, where you're suspended over a fucking chasm.
Uh-huh. And what's the basic you're doing with Rick Steves?
Yeah, and then I had to be like a travel. Oh, the guy who wrote it came up with this thing where I was a travel investigator. That was it. They made me wear a stupid fucking bow tie. It was miserable. I mean, it was fun to be in Switzerland, but the gig was fucking stupid.
You never get anywhere with that attitude.
Right.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to go back to Switzerland with that attitude. No, it was fun. I like going to the winery and all that, but then trying to have to be clever and all that. That's not me. I'm not into that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's that hosting stuff, man. That's what Bert Kreischer did. That's a hard job. I mean, it is a skill. I think that I really do respect people that can host things that can be like jovial, keep things moving along without it
Yeah,
being
you have
about
to have
them.
an incredible work ethic.
Well, I was able to
and
do it. Not long term. I had a toothache, and the producer was an idiot, so that was the problem. But yeah,
so
fuck yeah, you got to respect anyone who could do that.
why don't you fix your cavities instead of
I didn't
blaming
know how to
everybody
take
else
care of my
about it?
teeth. I was too worried about my other aspects of my health. I didn't know how to take care of my teeth properly back then,
Oh, well, that's
and I was
right.
afraid of the
Your
dentist, so
teeth
I
fall.
wouldn't go.
Your teeth get bad because of the treatments. It's all just us three. I'm not going to just go on about your treatment.
Oh well, yeah, the cyclosporin gave me hyperplasia, which fucked up my gums, that fucked up my teeth, but they're in good shape now. I got them. I got them. I got them all fixed, and the ones that I lost, they're just fake, and they look great. The fake ones look better than the real ones.
Same thing. Same thing.
Jerry, how many?
Medication.
What did you get your teeth knocked out?
No, hyperplasia, same thing. Teeth were bad. I had to get them
No,
replaced.
hyperplasia, the worst. The worst. Your fucking gums blow up, and then it
Yep.
ruins the teeth because all the bacteria gets stuck under there. You can't get it out unless you go to
Yep.
the dentist like for a cleaning like every fucking day.
Yeah, and I
Yeah, I
wasn't
lost
even
my
on this.
upper molars.
Oh, really? I wasn't on it that
Uh,
long, but it was enough to really mess up my gums to where I had to
was
get it
that a side
replaced.
effect from a drug?
Yep.
Yep, me too.
Yeah.
And I went off it. But you know what happened? It wasn't because of that. They left me on it for years. But then those kidneys failed. I went back on dialysis. By the time I got a new kidney, they had newer, better drugs.
Yes,
And
I
I
know.
was
It's the
not
same thing with
anxious to
mine
go
too.
back to that other one. I wouldn't go back to the other one anyway because of the gum thing.
Yeah, no, the same thing with me. They got better. They have better medicine now, where I wouldn't have to do that. But for that time, they didn't have anything, and that was the best thing I could take. And yeah,
But
that was the
luckily,
side effect.
hyperplasia is reversible.
Yes, it is, but it can do a
But
lot
you
of
know, when
damage.
when the gums go back to the way they were, they fucking recede like shit.
Yep, yep,
So now all your old, now all your old sins show.
yep. So you go back, yeah, but still all the damage that was in there is still there. And if you had any, like for me, I had bone loss. There's just nothing you could do. So right now I'm good,
No.
but yeah,
Yeah, you've had a ton of work
Pro-
lately.
uh-huh, yeah, and I'm good now. It was the best it can be, but man, that was
That's some of the worst pain I've had was getting one of those fucking infected teeth extracted.
whew.
That was the worst. That was the worst.
I had 7 altogether, 6
Extractions?
altogether. Uh-huh.
What a
Yep.
pain in the ass.
No
Did they give
kidding.
you a temp? Did you get like a temp
Yeah,
plate?
yeah. I had it for a while.
Modern dentistry is amazing. Amazing.
Well, you know what they got now? The drug that can make you grow teeth. They're testing it
Holy
now.
shit.
In 5 years. In 5 years. Yeah, it should be out.
You just
But they're
they'll
testing it on
put a
people
little
now.
implant in there and then the fucking thing grows?
No. You take it and
All
your
natural?
teeth grow naturally back in your mouth. Isn't that crazy? I wonder what they're like though. They're probably gonna be all like fangs,
Loosey goosey or like a
crazy,
fucking monster?
crazy thicket
You don't
monster
know what the
teeth.
new one's gonna look like.
And they're gonna be like, "You got teeth though. They're yours. Come on." Yeah, but I look
First
like
you get
a
a baby tooth.
monster.
First you just get a little baby tooth, little front baby tooth, then it gets
And it
loose,
falls
it comes
out.
out, and then the
You
new
get a
one
permanent
grows.
tooth. No, I think you get brand new, permanent teeth. My wife just came in here. That's
Hello.
yeah.
Hello.
Hello, Lauren.
It's a hello, Lauren.
Hey, hey.
Can hear you. I come in during her work all the time. Our office is up here, and we used to be a little bit more separate, but now like it's together. And she has a real job. She works online all day, meetings all
Yeah.
day. So
Yeah. Wow.
I just like now. I just walk behind. I just do whatever I got to do. I just have to catch myself. Like, oh, don't take your pants off right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Pull a
happened during
tuber,
COVID
whatever
once
that
or
guy named.
twice. When everything went remote, Linda was teaching remotely her special ed classes. And yeah, once in a while I'd wander out of the bedroom in my boxers and may have appeared in a meeting. Probably not with the kids, because with the kids, she put those cardboard sojis we have behind her. But one time, Linda had this feedback going where she was like, "Is everybody here? Here, here, here?" And the kids are going, "Linda, Linda, what's happening? Happening, happening." And it was a total fucking freak out. It was a real psychedelic freak
Wait,
out.
did you
Feedback
walk
freak
behind
out.
them? Did they see you?
I was no.
There was an
That
incident
would have
where
been
you were
perfect if they had the audio freak out and then the naked man comes in behind. Linda, Linda, what's happening? Happening.
Yeah,
Who's
just
that
ruined.
man?
They're
Man,
ruined.
man.
They end up being ruined for life. Those kids.
All right, so hey, what's coming up this week? I want to talk about football's coming up. There's a debate which I don't care about. I'm kind of like past politics. I just want to get this shit to get over with.
I watch the headlines. It's like watching ESPN the next day instead of watching the game. You know, it's better to watch the playback on the debates. You know, who wants to sit through 2 hours of that fucking shit? It's not going to move the needle on for any of us.
Well, I don't know. I like to see how creepy and weird Trump is.
There's that. There's the
Wanna see him fuck
macabre.
up?
There is the macabre factor.
Yeah. I'm a little afraid that he might, yell something and it might,
He might hit her.
overcome. It might hit her with a good one.
Or he might hit
Not
her.
hit her, not hit her for real, but just just.
He gets mad enough. He
I
might.
don't know. I mean, he looked like he was
Called
about to
N-word.
push. He walked. Remember when he walked behind Hillary? Like,
Yeah.
They're not going to let that
right now.
And then, the
stopped her. He was
football
fucking
starts tonight.
stalking
Actually,
behind her.
football starts tonight. Congratulations, everybody.
Oh right, yeah. The
Milo
first game
wants
is
to
tonight.
watch
So,
the game.
is it in Brazil tonight? Is that the thing?
He's decided to become a football watcher. What is tonight?
I think the game is in Brazil.
Do you guys want to stay on? You want to make an agreement to stay on for like 20 minutes, or are you ready to go?
It's up to you.
No, I think I got to wrap it up. I should be off by 3.
Okay. All right. Well,
I gotta hit the court and the supermarket before it gets too late.
What are you picking up? You making dinner tonight?
I gotta cook dinner. If it's if I had the day off, I really try to cook instead of ordering out. And there's a few things I gotta get. I gotta get cranberry juice. Essentials.
So
The show,
tonight is
the show,
over there?
the NFL show will be tonight. It'll be the Ravens versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
Ravens against Kansas City. This is not the game. There is a game in Brazil, I think, this week, but I don't think that's this Thursday night.
No, this
game
one's
is
from
tomorrow.
Arrowhead. Yeah, this one's in Arrowhead. I don't know when that one is. Probably
NFL
I
from
think
Brazil.
they're gonna do like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Are you doing
I think
a
they're gonna
Friday
do
game?
a whole. So Friday might
If
be
you're gonna
that
take the trouble to
Barcelona
go
game.
to Brazil, you might as well do a few games. Eh?
Yes, it's the Packers and the Eagles tomorrow. It's at 5:15. So
That's a good time.
Yeah, that's like early. That's early. That's like midday in Brazil, right? It's like a.
Oh right.
Yeah, it's like noon, 11, something. Anyway, so
U.S. Open finals will be this week. Do you care about that at all?
I was texting Horatio back and forth. I was saying that this guy looks. How do you say his name? Tiafo. Tiafo.
Tifo. It's something like Tiafo.
That's it.
Tiafo.
But he wears his tank top and the headband. and he's pretty. He's in really good shape. Oh, we lost Delaney.
We lost Delaney.
No, I'm here.
Oh no, he's here. I'm just.
Oh no, he's here.
Here's what I can do.
That's what I can do.
But he's in good shape.
He's in good shape.
Still. Why am I getting feedback right now?
Audio feedback. Oh, I changed. I unplugged my headphones.
Come on, man, Bush League. Hey, put me on Wes Anderson mode.
Oh, I don't know if I can do that.
The wide the wide shot itself looked like me in a Wes Anderson movie. Look at that. Second City Pod? Someone made you a podcast?
TV
Mug?
Uh-huh.
Very nice.
Oh wow, that's great.
Did you make that, or was it gifted to you?
Of course, it was a gift
From who?
from Linda. It was either a Christmas present, probably a Christmas present.
That's a
Come on, you know I'm
beautiful
not
gift.
going to order SCTV podcast mugs for myself.
I don't know. I figured you might.
I guess I might, but no.
Well, since we're breaking out stuff, here's my Lakers glass.
Boo.
So who's
All
Milo
right,
gonna
break
root
out
for?
more stuff. Here's a ticket from my first professional show. Rod, you brought up your first professional gig. Now, I had done extra gigs before this, but this I was actually in July.
Did you receive money for it?
Yeah.
It has to be a paid gig.
We all had summer cash. We all got summer jobs. Beowulf had the lead. I was chorus
Sweet.
because I couldn't sing, but they needed bodies. And I was young.
Nice. And you were willing to get
That was
naked.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah, because your hair.
Yes. Now the nudity was done very tastefully. You know, it's right at the end of the act. We all hold up the big sheet. Freedom. You drop the silk. There we all are naked. Blackout. Everybody goes to the dressing room. Come back for Act 2. Now Beowulf's costume was a kind of a scapula. It was like a thing. It was like a robish thing, but it was just one strip of material, where half of it hung in front, half of it hung in back. He wore tiny cut off jean shorts. He had this strip of material over his head that hung in the front and the back, and it was tied with a bandana. Well, one night he decided to go on with no shorts, just the scapula, tied with the bandana. Well, fucking within the first number in the second act, the bandana came off. And we're all dancing in a circle, and Beowulf's scapula's fucking floating in the wind, and he was full out. He's just full. Claude is just dangling for that whole section of the play. At least when he was dancing. When he was standing still, it was okay.
I think he just wanted to get his cookies off. I think he was like, I'm gonna show all of Orlando my.
Going on stage with no fucking shorts and just a little half robe over your head is definitely a fuck you.
He sounds like a great man.
I don't, Horatio, did you have to...
Wait.
What are you going to say?
I thought there was something about what things we should look out for this week.
Right.
You're saying that debates really aren't, you don't really follow politics anymore.
I mean,
it's like,
but, you know...
It's like professional wrestling, but with consequences. Like
that's what I was going to say. I'll say this: presidential politics is like professional wrestling. As you get down to the lower stuff, it gets boring, and you have to read and stuff.
And acting, like, you know, if you're good looking or if you're cool, if you come off charismatic, you know, like fucking like Vance is such a fucking disaster. I sent you. I think I sent you that video too, Jerry. I don't know if I did, but it's like someone doing an impression of him, and he's telling jokes, and it's like, man, it's windy out there, right? That's crazy, man.
Okay.
And then it's like, okay, And it's like, you ever have a cheeseburger? Shit. Well, it doesn't say shit. He's probably like, I've had 1,000 too many cheeseburgers in my time. For real. Like that's his stand, like the stand up. And then it ends with him being like, I hate gay people. You know.
That guy's vibe, man. And,
He is a wreck. At least I don't know how Fox is perceiving him, but definitely he's a target in the media and the left.
Trump just was it was just all, face stuff. He didn't, think about, hey, people are really gonna look into this guy, and he was all like, well, he's famous, right? They did a movie about him, right? Like, yeah.
Yeah, he got a big book. A lot of people watched it. This
good
will be
enough.
great. Two famous guys.
He likes me. Yeah.
Yeah, he's conservative. He likes everything I say.
Because that last fucking guy I had, he didn't fucking work out. He didn't do what I wanted to.
No, he did everything I wanted to except the last thing that I wanted him to do.
Yeah, fuck those honest dudes. Enough of that shit.
Yeah, people that really care about.
Yeah.
I love my wife.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, that guy's holy roller. And then so the NFL's coming. I think I'm coming to LA Saturday.
Oh, cool. You're muted.
Delaney.
Yeah.
Yes,
For some reason.
you're right.
There
I
you go.
accidentally muted myself. Rod, you going to L.A.?
Yeah, staying with my brother. I think I'm going Saturday.
You going to get your
Stay
booster
tuned.
shots?
I don't know. You know what?
It's pretty.
Someone said it's not. It's not that. It's like the season is going to be very long, so people are saying you should wait a little bit to get them, or is that just nonsense?
I'm figuring I'm gonna wait because I had it this year already.
Wait, what are you guys talking about? COVID?
That it has a shelf life. This thing, so
I'm not taking any
So
more
there-
COVID shots. I'm done with
okay.
that. I did two. I did the first one and the booster. And I got it twice.
I still got yeah.
Fuck yeah, I got
Well,
it.
yeah, I know. Who knows, man? Who knows what the fuck's going on? But yeah, it did. I definitely didn't have to go to hospital when I got it, so maybe that had something to do with it. Isn't it supposed to make it like less intense?
Yeah, it's supposed to.
That's what
The last time I
say.
got it though was pretty intense. It was way worse than the first time I got it.
Now I'll tell you this.
Second time was worse.
It was pretty intense. Yeah, I mean it was real. It was like a real fucking flu kind of thing, but it wasn't like I didn't have to put a tube in my throat. I mean, I did.
No. You just did for
You didn't
fun,
have
just
to.
to see what it would be like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm
that
like, what
wasn't-
if I have to incubate myself?
And I wasn't.
Luckily,
Do you guys know that
I
I was intubated and I fucking yanked it out myself because I woke
not
up.
for COVID though.
No, not
You
for
were
COVID.
after an
but
operation.
No, for my coma. It was after I woke up from my 2-day coma. And I'm looking around and I'm communicating and I'm blinking and I can't talk because I got the fucking thing down my esophagus. You can't talk, you can't move your tongue, you can't swallow. Can't do anything. And I'm looking at the nurse and she's looking at me. She's just walking fucking by like there's nothing going on. So I go, because it's the only way I can communicate. And no one would do anything. So I finally, and I didn't know if this was going to damage myself permanently, but I did it anyway. Fucking grabbed
Well, you're
that
probably
thing,
out of
pulled
it.
out.
You're probably
Pulled
out
it
of
out
it,
like
right?
fucking some science fiction movie. Speaking of which, Jerry, one time I was whacked out on drugs after one of my transplants. And this nurse, I was having this fucking wild out dream. I can't even get into the dream. You think they're real when they're happening. And the nurse says, Mr. Delaney this, Mr. Delaney that. And I look at her, serious as a fucking heart attack, and go, my name is Neo. I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about, what planet I was on. I don't know where that Neo shit came from, but that's what came out of my mouth. I'm not even a Matrix person.
I've had the two.
You just know he's cool.
Oh, you got intubated also?
You know what's worse?
Did
Putting
they
it in
strap
when
your
you're
hands to
putting
the
it in when
fucking
you're
bed
conscious.
like me?
Putting it in when you're conscious.
Ugh.
Ooh.
Putting it in is so much worse than getting it out.
That's the way they pump your stomach if you didn't know. So anybody that ever overdoses or whatever, that's what happens. So when they
Very
put that
unpleasant.
tube, they're just telling swallow, 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 swallow. You have to swallow a big tube down your throat.
Oh no,
Feel it
that's
going
different.
down.
I had that, Jerry, when
You
I
had it going.
my,
You had it going into your chest.
I
Right?
had
You had
it
it going
when
into
it
your
was for
lungs.
the camera for my esophagus. They did that to
Yes.
me.
Yeah.
That's different than the breathing tube.
Then the breathing tube that goes into your lungs. It still goes into your windpipe. The same thing.
Yes.
Except mine went into your stomach. Yours went into your lungs.
Not when I got the esophagus exam.
The esophagus, though, that's a much smaller tube. The one that goes
Definitely.
into your stomach is about that big.
Ouch.
So it's even bigger than when you get intubated.
You can't swallow.
No.
Can't do
You
anything.
feel it. You feel it in your stomach. You feel
They
it all
usually
the way.
I did it.
Did they
I
give
ended
you a
up
little
putting it in
numbing? Did they
my
give you a
hiney.
lidocaine?
No.
They did that. Yeah, they did it in your hiney. Raj, did you have to get your?
Is that
Raj,
right?
did you have to get your colonoscopy without sedation?
No, but I think I'm going to try next time
He's,
because of the effects of the. I mean, I'm lucky I haven't died from because they've had the Fuji up a little bit of the. Speaking of Mr. Fuji,
they had to put together a mixture for you.
they had to
Oh,
make
to
a
be able to,
cocktail of different sedations. So that, and then people die from that.
What about gas?
Oh, from cocktail. Yeah, it's cocktails. What killed people? It's a cocktail. What killed Belushi?
Well, yeah,
No,
but
not
that was
heroin. I'm talking
That's
about
heroin and cocaine. That's two opposites.
Just
but yeah.
cocktails. Period. That's
Yeah,
what kills a lot of them. Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah, I mean, I have
Michael-
a whole.
Michael Jackson?
I've told the story a
Jackson?
million times,
Elvis?
but I just go crazy when I get put under. Like my. Is it your id that's the wild one?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like a crazy mean id that's kind of flirty, but then get me the fuck out of here. Like
Rage.
last time it happened, they had 6 people hold me down.
That's crazy. I mean, it's I do know a doctor, a psychologist who kind of specializes in that and pain and stuff, and people who can't tolerate pain and people can't tolerate going under and stuff like that. And you could try getting hypnotized.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably do it if I've thought about getting my shoulder fixed. I have a torn rotator cuff, little tear in it, and I'm like, fuck, I don't want to get put under for anything.
Is it your right or
Because
your
really,
left?
it's traumatic.
It's traumatic.
I got the same thing. I'm like, and the doctor was like, yeah, this is my left arm. He's like, don't worry about that, man.
Just leave
Go
it.
to a he's like, go get it strengthened up or whatever. I know it hurts.
Right.
But
mine's fucked up
just a
too.
lot of-
My right arm is completely fucked. Every time I even throw anything, it hurts a little, but I'm not gonna mess with it unless it
Get
hurts
surgery.
if it hurts at rest, then maybe.
And they say don't get knee replacements, but I think that's kind of, don't you need that?
What?
If you really do, if you needed to walk.
If you have really bad knees, it's just don't get knee replacements. It's like
It's a
sometimes
really
My
nice.
friend, no,
yeah,
knee
it'll fuck you
replacement.
up.
You have to. My friend Tracy.
I think they're getting
you know
better at it
Tracy
now, though.
Friedman? My friend Tracy got both of his knees replaced, and it's been a second life for him.
Can walk around. Yeah. Arthritis.
Yeah, he couldn't walk more than 50 yards before. You
Yep.
know, and he was a waiter.
Was he a
He
fat
was an
tub?
actor and a waiter.
Was he a fat
Say what?
tub?
Overweight, yes. He lost a lot of weight too. He's gone vegetarian of all
Yeah,
things.
you got to.
Of all people. Yeah, tough on the knees.
Yes.
Rod, your knees are good, aren't they?
Pretty good.
Me, both knees. But I've torn both.
I feel a little.
ACLs.
I feel little tweaks sometimes.
What'd
When
you
I'm at
tear,
the gym
Jerry?
and
Yeah, tweaks.
I've
Did you
torn.
say
All right,
Achilles?
Jerry.
I've torn both ACLs.
Oh, ACLs. Milo tore his ACL. I had to take him to this.
Cramp. Fuck. Ah!
Jerry tore his ACL.
Water.
I got a crazy cramp trying to lift my leg up.
Lauren, bring him some water.
Oh no, it's
Stretch
a
him
stinger.
out.
Ah!
Put a hep lock in him. Get him some fluid. Give him
Pull
oxygen.
your toe, Jerry. Pull your toe and stretch it out.
Man.
Yeah, you got to work that cramp out.
Yeah, sometimes you just
Whatever
gotta
it takes to work it out.
Trying to move like
you gotta
a
go like
a.
this. You gotta go like this.
You're gonna get a cramp doing that. That's what I did. Don't.
Ah!
Crap.
I go to the gym a lot, so I'm pretty stretched out. It's rare that I get cramps.
I'm not stretched out at all.
I used to
saw a
get a
video where
violent
a guy-
cramp.
So
I used to get
you
violent
gotta
cramps
stretch if you want to live.
2-3 times a
If you want to
night.
live long, you gotta stretch. And you gotta get rid of beer or alcohol. Stretch. And one other thing I forgot: exercise. Those are
Then
the
you
three
have to
things
get-
to be.
Then you
To
have
be
to get
older.
your testicles removed.
It's pretty simple recipe.
Then
Just
you're not
stretch a lot.
chasing women
Don't drink
around
alcohol.
anymore.
You want to live, Delaney? You got to stretch.
I don't stretch. No, I'm off the hook on that. I'm on the hook about a lot of things. Look at the bird.
Hold on.
I like this show and tell. I like the show and tell part. Look at this stone. Isn't that a nice one?
We should have
Shiny.
Jerry's show and tell.
Wait, Jerry put me into black and white right when I pull out the fireworks. This nice shiny rock.
This is when we take a break.
We're old-fashioned now. You know
Yeah.
what? I've given over to just these. This is all I use now. They're small. They're nice and small. And they're not fancy, and they fit my machine, my rolling machine. We'll be right back. We'll be right back.
Well, I don't know. I'm kind of running out of steam now. Although I'd love
Yeah.
to hang out, but
Keep sending videos back and forth. And
I will.
We'll try to just for shits and giggles. Let's try to stick to kind of a list of things we'll talk about.
I think that's
we
a good
could
idea.
We're gonna go off the thing anyway, but just kind of have it.
It's a great idea. It's like a suggestion, Just take a suggestion and go.
Yeah. Yep.
so these are live. My idea is that if Chad really wants to, he'll edit these up. So
Yeah.
these the live ones, I'll keep
Hi,
them up for a
Chad.
little while, but they'll just go away. He's not here anymore.
Yeah.
He left. But they'll go away.
But he's gonna edit this one, though?
It'll be an edited version. I don't know if he'll do this one, but he watched so he could get an idea of what we were doing.
Okay.
I like this
All right,
black
good.
and white. I think I like this black and white better.
Whenever
Yeah.
someone starts telling a story from the 90s, just put it
Can
in
you put a
black and white.
television frame around it? On the rim of it?
Uh-oh, look at that
Like, make
fistula
it-
shot.
Do
Fistula
anything.
shot.
Yeah, I could do something like that.
That's
Yeah, I
baseball
could-
card.
I could do anything. I could make it look like a television. I could whatever you want.
Raj, that was funny.
Make it
when
look
looked
like
you were
make
in
it
outer
look like
space.
3
I thought
monitors that
was
are
a
in
good-
like Chernobyl.
That was a good jag. But it
No, it's
looked
3
like you were on the
monitors and it
ISS.
just close up into theirs.
There's
Oh,
also
you know.
look old timey.
But backwards, you can get the background old timey.
There,
Oh,
that's
like
old time.
yeah, that's sepia tone.
Yep.
That's like museum.
Yep. When Raj starts telling a Second City story, that's where you put him in the sepia.
Yeah, and bring up a little memory lane music. Maybe put it in the 50s in the background. 50s music.
Do I have it?
Boop, boop,
Yeah.
boop, 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 boop. The lady's talking about Florida. Play fucking.
Yeah, if I
Let
start
it
talking
gather.
Florida, give me a sepia.
Play Leonard
No,
Skinner
Florida.
when Delaney starts telling Florida stories.
I can get some sound effects. I should get some more sound effects, right?
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
I have my dingy bell around somewhere. I like to keep the clapping always works. I like to keep the dingy bell handy. It's very useful. That's a good one.
Is that when you're saying break, you ring the dingy bell when you're going to leave?
Ding. It's an old Second City trick where Second City would ring the diner bell on a beat at some buzzword, and they'd ring the bell on it in the beginning of the first act. And then the second act, somebody would use the same word in a sketch, and they'd ring the bell, and it always gets a fucking howl. Old Pavlovian trick. You know, I've seen so many Second Cityers use the dingy bell later, like Dratch and Faye, lots of shows.
They were doing it when I was there. When I was in that show, they were still doing that.
Same trick. I love it because it's actor operated. You don't have to worry about the booth for it. You know, it's Foleyed by one of the cast, so you know it's going to be there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it
Timing's
doesn't
gonna
run
be
on
good.
batteries. It's just a perfect little device.
All right, Jet. So I'm going to begin to get off here.
Yeah, I got to go too.
It was good to see you all again. Thank you for
Good to
coming
see you,
again.
Jerry.
Good work, Jerry.
Yeah, thank you. I
Same
will see
bat
you.
time, same bat channel.
Yeah, we'll see you next week, everybody.
See you next week, everybody.
Come back, come back.
Okay.
All right.
All righty.
Folks, that was today's
Peace.
show. Thanks a lot. You guys can go away. We will be back next Thursday, same time, same back channel. Love you all. Let's do it again.